Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
By 20. 54. Go, go, go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
First down, Los Angeles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Wrong. He's going to launch, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. But when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Let's go.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Hey! I-7.
A shotgun snap for gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, and when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Go! Mike 54! Mike 54! I'm scared! Back! Hey, kill! 2 for 1!
Now gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a little more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a pickup of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm gonna run you over.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Knocks him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Buying time to his left. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is Carson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Green 80. Mike 50. You got nothing today.
On first down, Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Eric Weddle in on the tackle. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Green 15. Mike 58, right there. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Carson. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 51 yards.
First down, Rams.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match. And oh, he coughed it up! And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Zerline now for the PAT. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Carson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That's what I do.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. 52.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, it's caught. Lockett. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 5 down. Stand up in.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Jacob Hollister in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We want it. Come to my
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll find Metcalf. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Goff on third down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. 17-yard line.
Check. 49, check 49, check 49. Gun.
On first down, Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give it.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the night as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Just like that.
They'll toss it to Penny. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Two times.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Seahawks on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 0.
Now it's Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Pass. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Operating from the gun, Wilson, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A play fake to Gurley, now gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson on the move to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Stop your whining.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 58 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run again with Carson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on second and long. Goff, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run for it with Carson. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And it's
a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.